Jeff Altman, the big game hunter. I coach people. I'm a job search, career, and leadership coach. I work with people during their search to help them find work. I help people while they are working to perform at a high level. And today I want to deal with one of those tough interview questions. And there's really no wrong answer to this question, but I'll suggest a couple of ways to do it better. Now, the question is, how long are you willing to fail at this job before you succeed? Now, I tend to think of this question as being geared toward more senior professionals, but I could also see it being posed of salespeople. I could see it being posed of relatively junior people, designed to intimidate whoever the person is who's being interviewed. And it's one of the reasons I don't like this question, because the real thing they're doing is watching your reaction. And, I'll give you a couple of examples from Google of reactions that are encouraged. So on one site, the offered answer is, I'm willing to do what it takes for as long as it takes to see results. So thus you're demonstrating endurance and commitment. A less effective answer, or a less straightforward answer, is, I learn from my mistakes and move forward. Then there's the political answer. These are coming, by the way, from careerdirectionsllc.com. I don't believe in failure. When I fail, I fall forward and thus don't believe in quitting. Ultimately, these answers are all suggestive of determination. On another site, tesh.com, tesh.com, and the person who's being referenced indicates that the reaction's the most important part. And I'll give you the way I would approach it in a second, but I want to offer a couple of other alternatives here. So the wrong way to answer would be, I'll fail as long as you'll let me, or I don't know, a few months. What do you think? So they suggest that the right answer is, I'm willing to stick with this job for as long as it takes to succeed. And that's the way of demonstrating determination. Or another good answer is, I plan to fail as quickly as possible so I learn from my mistakes, yada, yada, yada. So here's what I would suggest. And I want you to understand, again, as I often do, there is theater to interviewing. You're a performance artist. And honesty is different than effectiveness. Now, you'll see there's a little difference in what I'm going to tell you than what you've heard, but there's a big difference, and I think you'll get it. So the question again is, how long are you willing to fail at the job before you succeed? Here's the fact. I've never failed at anything before. And if you've got something that's going to stump me, God bless you. But the reality is, I've yet to fail at something. So what are you going to give me that's going to be so difficult that failure is an option? Seriously, what is going to be so hard that you're going to throw at me that failure is an option? Now, for salespeople, if you're selling a crappy product or service and have no support, you'll know that pretty quickly and you'll walk out. And it's not like you're committing yourself to anything here, but the idea of the theater of looking them square in the eye and simply saying, I have yet to fail at anything I've tried before. And I'm curious, what are you going to give me that's going to be so different for which failure might possibly be an option? And what that does through that stare is let them know, number one, the determination thing, but more importantly, I think it sends the message that you're a force to be reckoned with. Now, that's a male response. A female response, and I'm doing gender stereotypes here, of course, is to smile and simply say the same thing. See, the fierceness tends to be a male thing. The laughing at the question is associated with a female gender stereotype. Whatever you're comfortable with, And there are obviously some places in the middle I think is important. It's important for you to express emotionally a response to the question and not just simply recite the facts. Because as was accurately pointed out, I think the shock of the question is its most effective quality. You want to demonstrate determination or that their question is moronic. And this is how I would play it. So I hope you found this helpful. If you'd be interested in my helping you get ready for interviews, maybe do mock interviews, help you with your preparation for that, critique your resume, help you with a salary negotiation, one-on-one coaching throughout your job search, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Once we're connected, message me. We'll set up a time to speak. Have a great day. Take care.